This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, my name is Jenny Tackett, and I'm a registered dietitian with Rock Valley Health. Today, we will be discussing the Employee Wellness Program for ORA as brought to you by Rock Valley Health. So the objectives today will be to give you a background on Rock Valley Health as a company, an overview of the 2020 Wellness Program for ORA, walk through the health screening process that will occur this fall, and then highlight some upcoming dates, how to participate, and some good-to-know information. Rock Valley Health is a health and wellness team, and we have a diverse group of employees, including an occupational health physician, registered nurses, I'm the registered dietitian on staff, health coaches, exercise specialists, and of course, Rock Valley Health is a subdivision of Rock Valley Physical Therapy. So there are also physical therapists and occupational therapists. Rock Valley Health serves 3,000 employees throughout the United States, including 13 different states. Rock Valley Physical Therapy now has 48 clinic locations in both Iowa and Illinois. The annual screenings for ORA are starting this fall, and so let's discuss the process of the screenings. So the first step is to complete a biometric screening. There will be 3 stations for the biometric screening that you will need to go to during the process. First, you will stop at a table where there will be registration, and you'll need to sign a liability waiver before beginning the biometric screening. Next, we will have phlebotomists on site to do a venipuncture blood draw for your lab work. And then last, we'll have a nurse who will do your blood pressure, your weight and body composition, along with a waist measurement. For an accurate reading, we recommend that you fast for 12 hours. Fasting means no food or beverages except water. We do recommend that you drink plenty of water to make sure that you're hydrated prior to the screening. If you're diabetic, on medication, pregnant, or have a medical condition that prevents you from fasting for 12 hours, contact your physician and follow your doctor's instructions regarding fasting. If you are on any medications, we recommend that you continue to take them the morning of your screening. Avoid using lotions and hand creams prior to screenings, and make sure to empty your bladder prior to the screening as well. The next step is to complete an online health risk assessment. The online health risk assessment is a survey about your health, and it gives us a bigger picture. It will ask you questions, for example, about your diet, how many fruits and vegetables you eat, how many sweets you eat, your physical activity, the medications that you may take. And so this step is very important for us to get an overall picture of your wellness. The biometric screening is one part, but this health risk assessment is another important part. The third step is to review your personal health report. So a free follow-up consult is offered to all employees and spouses to go over that with a health coach or registered dietitian or nurse to learn more. Whether you are at a higher risk or not, we can all improve our health in some way. So we strongly encourage you to do the health review of your reports. We look at the metabolic syndrome risk factors, which are determined by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, and there is a website there with more information. So there are 5 different factors that we are looking at to determine if you are in metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome just means that you are at higher risk for developing heart disease or diabetes. We look at blood sugar, so a glucose of 100 or more at a fasting level or 140 or greater at a non-fasting level is in the prediabetes range and is a risk factor for metabolic syndrome. Triglycerides of 150 or more. Triglycerides are a fat that circulates in the blood. HDL is what's called your good cholesterol, and we want that number to be higher. So if it's under 40 for men or under 50 for women, then that is considered a risk factor. However, a higher HDL level, so if your HDL is 60 or higher, it actually takes away one of your other risk factors. So it works as a negative risk factor and reduces one risk count. ORA has set the blood pressure goals of less than 140 for systolic blood pressure and less than 90 for diastolic blood pressure. And then waist circumference of greater than 40 inches or equal to for men, and then greater than or equal to 35 inches for women is a risk factor. If you have 3 or more of these risk factors, then you are in metabolic syndrome. And that will include being offered a program to help you reduce those risk factors. So for example, if you just have one risk factor, if your waist circumference is over what's recommended, you will not be in the higher risk category. It's 3 risk factors or more. And again, that good HDL cholesterol can take away one of your risk factors. So let's say, for example, your blood pressure was elevated and your blood sugar was elevated and your waist circumference was above the normal range. If your HDL cholesterol is over 60, then one of those risk factors would be reduced, and you would not be considered in the high risk category. The program outcomes, our goal is to increase your awareness of your health status. A lot of people don't know what their lipid levels are, what their blood sugar is, what their blood pressure is. So being aware, sometimes you might just have one risk factor, but it's enough to make you change your lifestyle and live a healthier life. We also want to increase your health knowledge with educational opportunities, enhance your quality of life, reduce the risk of preventable diseases. The #1 killer of Americans is heart disease, and there's a lot you can do to prevent heart disease. And we hope that you will improve your lifestyle behaviors with this wellness program. There are 2 intervention programs that are offered to individuals who fall into these categories. If you do fall into the metabolic syndrome category, whether you're an employee or a spouse, you are offered an 18-week wellness program. This is a wellness program that is presented from me, the registered dietitian, and it includes one-on-one sessions. I meet with you in person or over the phone every other week, and then on those opposite weeks, I will send you a link to a video, a short video clip to educate you further, along with some handouts. So it will include both on-site and video presentations. The sessions that are conducted on-site, you can have your weight taken or your blood pressure as needed. A lot of times this accountability can really help people meet their goals. For some spouses or some employees, a telephone consult is sometimes needed, and that is fine as well. Last year, I worked with a number of ORA employees and spouses, and the year before, and had some really great results. A lot of people were able to get out of metabolic syndrome by just changing some of their habits, by exercising more, by eating more healthy, by making better choices. And then for those who use tobacco, there is a 4-week online tobacco cessation program. It's called Living Free, and it's all about changing the way you think about using tobacco. So there are 12 sessions, and there's a lot of sessions the first week, about 4 hours that you need to devote, and then 2 hours each week after. And so when you're ready to do that, it can really help you quit and quit for good. So some upcoming dates and how to participate. The first step will be the biometric screening. You can schedule on-site screening using our online scheduling system, so you can do that right from your email. There will be 2 dates at the Bettendorf location, October 2nd and 10th, and then 2 dates in Moline on the 4th and 8th. And those will be from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. And remember, you need to be fasting for the biometric screening. The second step, you will get an email with instructions to complete your health risk assessment. And then follow-up consults will be either on-site or over the phone. And then those additional services, the 18-week program and the 4-week smoking cessation program will begin in January of 2020. Some good things to know: your personal health information is completely confidential and will not be shared with your employer. So Rock Valley Health follows the HIPAA guidelines, which are the national privacy laws. Information materials will be distributed to make sure that you know what's going on, to give you an overview of the health screening process and give you instructions to participate. We will provide friendly reminders to all participants about the upcoming programs and the timelines to make sure that you know what is available. If you do have any questions, again, my name is Jenny Tackett, and I'm a registered dietitian with Rock Valley Health. My phone number is 563-324-0008. You can also email me at Jenny, Jeni.Tackett, Tackett, at rockvalleypt.com. Any questions that you have about the process or any nutrition questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to this, and have a great day.